Hello there.
We have new leaks for Godzilla Minus One that sort of play into and give more credence to the leak that we read before on my channel. If you're interested in that, I'll post the link in the comments below. You can go ahead and check that out. But yeah, there's some new toy leaks that play into the idea that at the very least, there will be a second Kaiju in Godzilla Minus One. So if you guys enjoy MonsterVerse content, Godzilla content, Marvel, and pop culture content in general, consider subscribing, and let's get into the video. Okay, so what you're about to see is the new leaks for the Bandai Movie Monster Series figures. Now, this has some classic Toho monsters and classic Godzilla figures in the line as well, but they also do figures of the new movies for Godzilla that come out. And there's usually a movie monster series of figures for each movie that comes out. I know they did one for Godzilla the Ride, they've done one for most of the classic Toho Godzilla movies, and now it looks like they're gearing up to do some figures for Godzilla Minus One. Now, the leaks we got here show the different names of the Godzilla figures for the line, and I think that it's very suspicious, some of the titles or names of some of these figures. So let's go down the list here. And this is figures that are supposed to be coming out in November. We have Godzilla 1955 and Gillis 1955. So these are obviously older retro Toho Godzilla figures. And in December, we have Godzilla Minus One Monster A. Now, the whole name in and of itself was suspicious. Like, if the name was just Godzilla Minus One Monster, that would be suspicious. But Godzilla Minus One Monster A sort of implies that there's going to be a Godzilla Minus One Monster B or C, or at the very least a second Godzilla monster. Now, we know from leaks that have come out on 4chan that the apparent plot of the movie is going to be Godzilla facing off against another version of himself that's more neutral, or apparently more good, and not as scarred up as the Godzilla that we see in the Godzilla Minus One trailer. That Godzilla apparently is one that has been radiated from a nuclear bomb and has scars and stuff like that, and that's why his skin looks so rough. Now, that is stuff that we read in a leak before the trailer for Godzilla Minus One ever came out, which means that when the Godzilla Minus One trailer came out, it kind of backed up some stuff from this leak, but then there's also a lot of stuff we haven't seen that we just don't know about the movie. But I kind of said this before, I think it's a crazy plot, and just based off what we've seen in the trailer with how grounded and realistic the movie seems, it's hard for me to picture another Kaiju being in the movie. It does seem like it'll kind of be a rehash of Godzilla 1954, but we're gonna see. I mean, with this toy leak coming out, I'm sort of leaning towards the plot being more real as more and more leaks come out about this movie, because it does kind of sound like it backs up that plot leak as well. And that plot leak also mentioned that Godzilla would be in the shape of a G, of like the logo for Godzilla Minus One would be a Godzilla that's in the shape of a G. And when you look at the G for the Godzilla Minus One logo, it is a little suspicious, and it could potentially be a second Godzilla, or it could just be this poster here and be talking about the fact that we're going to see Godzilla inside the G. But either way, like I said, I'm kind of rambling, but there's a few things here that have backed up this leak and made it a little bit more credible, and this toy leak is just another thing that backs the leak on a bigger level. So comment down below what you guys think about these toy leaks, if you're interested in the movie, if you're going to be watching it, or if you think that it's fake and you think the leaks are fake. Whatever you guys think, comment down below. But that's kind of my thoughts for this video, and that's pretty much all I got. So until the next one, guys, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.